serious.
Little pickles full of pickles, peanut pine of peppers.
Little pickles full of pickles, pickles.
Okay, what now?
So you think he said little pickles full of pickles, Peter Piper pickles? I'm pretty sure. If I were to caption that.
Feels good to laugh, bro.
What is going on?
Just this is the transformation into the Joker all of a sudden. It's a disease.
Literally, what happened just now?
Well, little pickle.
Moderna!
Oh, you got the Vax kicking in?
Dude, it's kicking hard. I feel alive.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
if
suck
this-
everybody's dick.
I don't think that's what the vax should do to you. Maybe people shouldn't get it.
Dude, I feel
Jeez.
better than I felt in years.
Just all stem celled up. Just all, whoop.
So you just got the Moderna like an hour ago, less than an hour ago.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah.
So
Why's your arm so?
Red? Because I'm tanned up. Get that fire, son. Trying to get that vitamin D. But yeah, dude, is
You
it
got
swollen?
Moderna.
Does it look weird?
Yeah, dude, it's all deformed. You need to go.
That's why is my tri popping?
You gotta go back.
wow,
Dude, how easy was it to get vaccinated?
easy.
Why the fuck aren't we doing it?
We are.
We're all vaccinated. I'm half. You guys are full?
We're not all vaccinated.
I'm half.
We're all half.
We're all halves.
in this room.
So we're one full vax and a half.
But like
1.5.
half of the entire state of Oregon is at least
Half.
where we're
Let's
at.
go,
So,
dude.
A lot of people are
All
getting
I have
vaccinated.
to do is, hey, babe, text your boss. And then she texted her this morning. She's like, what's his name? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, tell him to come at 11. Showed up, waited in line like a fucking common folk.
He says, how easy was it to get vaxxed when he has the inside
Yeah.
link?
His
So she
fiance's a
texted
doctor.
her doctor. Yeah.
I showed up, and I literally texted her. I
Maybe
go,
for you, it's
I go,
pretty
babe,
easy.
I'm standing in a line like a fucking common. Can you text your boss and tell her I'm here? This is bullshit. And then she called me and she's like, are you still in line? I was like, yeah, but I'm next. So I'd look like a dick if you pulled the card.
If you're like, I'm actually.
You have
on
to
the
stand
guest
in
list.
line. You don't get to just jump to the front.
I was trying to use that privilege.
Once you're there, they don't care who you are.
White privilege, baby.
You think if you were Clooney, they just let you go first?
Fuck yeah, they would.
No, he'd have to stand in line
But I'm
like
not a
everybody else.
Clooney. I'm a fucking Pingree, bitch.
Yeah, but can you dim the light just a little bit?
Yeah, let's get it a little
let's get
more
it a vibe.
mooded.
That's
So anyway, I stand in line for like 25 minutes, totally chill, checking Doge the whole time, and fucking they come in. Lady was hella nice. She asked me a couple questions. I'm in a good mood. She goes, love is I don't know what she said. I go, tight. And she's like, tight. I go, yeah, it means cool. Like love is cool. And she was like, love is
Do you
cool.
want to explain to the people listening why this is part of the conversation?
Oh, because my shirt says love is tight. Okay. Because love is tight. And
It is.
And
It's
weed
true.
and weed is tight.
Weed and love are both tight.
Yeah.
They're tight.
So
Weed is love.
dude, and I'm just chatting away because I'm fucking on 10. And
Yeah,
boom,
you know.
she's like, it's done. I go, what do you mean? I didn't even feel it.
Yeah.
And that was it. She's like, you got to wait in here for 15 minutes. Wait, she's like, can I get you a beverage? I go, I'll take a nice water. I sat there checking my Doge, and the lady comes in. She goes, any symptoms? No, good to go. Appreciate you, fam. I'm out. I'm vaccinated. That easy.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait.
No.
That was your second time?
That was my
First.
first.
Oh, first. Okay, sorry. You're half. You're full.
No, we're all half.
We're all
Oh,
halves.
Why? How did I miss
We're all
that
mixed.
math?
We're mixed.
Jeez.
So, dude,
Whatever.
I say go get it. It's not hard. I mean, yeah, okay. I had probably a little easier time than most, but you guys, fucking common folk.
Dude, the convention center was easy. I was so expecting a disaster, and you get there, and there's 1,000 people there working, showing you where to go.
Yeah.
There's arrows on the floor. There's ropes. There's no, like, they put
There's
you.
no confusion.
It was a half hour in and out, the whole thing, at the convention center.
Let's get it going.
Do you have
Yeah.
any concerns though about long term effects.
Yeah, I have
No.
concerns about me just getting older. I'm gonna die.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about long term. Like what?
Well, most drugs, they go through an extended period of testing because symptoms and effects will show up. You might not notice kidney damage or liver damage until sometime in the future where it accelerates.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's always possible.
It would suck. I mean, the fact that I haven't even got COVID, and then, there is that whole it's not like fat shaming or anything, like vaccine shaming, but like you do feel a responsibility to go get it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, there is, like-
that's the thing, because even I feel I never got the vid, and I haven't even been sick in a long time.
But that would suck if
knock on wood.
we all
So-
fucking died of fucking
Right.
20 years down the road. They're like, oh, that fucking
There
gave
was
everybody
aluminum
liver
in it, and it
cancer,
actually,
yeah.
because we didn't realize the effects of that on the.
And I remember this
DNA.
day because we podcast on this day, so it's like time stamped, and I could
We can use it for the civil suit.
Yeah, I could hear how chipper I was, and now how sad I am. I got the cancer, got the elbow cancer.
I'm like, if this vaccine is the thing that starts like the zombie apocalypse,
Yeah,
right? Like,
Which
do you
is-
want to be the guy who didn't get it and now you have to fight fucking zombies?
nah, I want to be a zombie.
Just be a zombie.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, dude? I don't want to.
Yeah, you're the other end. You wanna be like-
I want to survive.
You want to be I Am Legend?
Yeah, he wants a compass and a fucking.
If I'm gonna go out, I ain't just gonna fucking turn into a zombie. I'm gonna fucking get eaten alive, dude. Just
I'll
torn
eat you,
apart,
bro.
Just
I'm
fucking
hungry.
killing.
Let's make a
going
pact.
down.
All right.
If we turn into zombies
We're eating
and Abba
Abba.
doesn't, we'll eat you.
Dude, you're getting stabbed in the fucking face, bro.
It's tight, but I'm a zombie.
Straight
But
in
at
the
least it's
eye.
us. At least it's
when you
us.
get through the brain.
Oh,
you're
I'm dead?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll eat you, but you kill me, and then.
But here's the
Brain
thing.
getting to me,
That's
bro.
that brain thing's not confirmed. That's just in books and movies.
Yeah, well,
We don't know that's true.
But the books and the movies are the truth. It's just like how they know that the vaccine is going to cause the zombie apocalypse.
I just want to know.
It's been
I just want to
in
make
tons
sure
of movies and video
that
games. and
if
everything.
I'm going to eat somebody or if somebody's going to kill me,
Right.
that
It'll be
it's
us.
us.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Doing it to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, if anybody's gonna kill me, I want it to be you. And if I'm gonna eat anybody, I'm gonna eat you.
Fair enough.
That's a friend play. Should we get a knife and do a blood oath?
A blood oath.
Blood oath.
I'm down. So check this out. I was leaving this morning. My mom's down watching the kids. Me and Kimmy are both on free days right now. So this podcast could go for fucking 10 hours, bro.
It's not.
Don't give a fuck. Let's hang. You know what I mean? Daddy's out on the town. And,
That didn't feel right.
oh, dude, I'm fucking amped. But, like, Kimmy's out getting a massage and doing shit, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. So maybe the B day is like a self-care day. Because, like, all we do is take care of kids and live together, and we hate each other. So we need, like, time apart. Anyways, my mom's over. She's watching the boys. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to get the vaccine. She's like, oh, you're doing that? My mom's a fucking anti-vaxxer, bro. She's that QAnon. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. Well, and you should too, dummy. And then I left. It's like, fucking
That's how the conversation went, and then it was
You
just
should do, dummy.
fucking moron. God damn.
That's yeah.
well. Hey, welcome to the all new monthly Triple B podcast.
What's up, y'all?
How was your guys' month?
It's been it's been good. Yeah.
Had to
Yeah,
think
it's
about
been
that.
wild. Yeah, great. A lot of things have happened. You
Yeah,
start though.
I don't know.
You start though.
Yeah, I don't want to be fucking spirit.
I mean, when you don't when we don't see each other, or I mean, obviously we chat
talk,
a lot,
right,
but
right.
it's different
Yeah.
in face, person to person, and like
it's different. Feels
in
really-
face.
Chase
Did I
doesn't
say in
really.
face?
Chase doesn't type very fast, but he talks a lot more in person. So
A lot can happen to a person over a month.
that's true.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
went
to
off
think
my
of-
psych meds right after the last episode. The boy's on fire, dude.
just-
Watch out. I'll punch you.
Wow.
I've realized I got a temper, like really bad.
Yeah, you realized it.
Dude,
Wait.
on the meds, I'm chill. Like nothing, like the counter's unorganized. Don't care. Off meds? What the fuck? Can't find anything in this fucking bullshit house. Like,
So
just
wait, so why do you
pissed.
think not being on the meds is good then? Like you should be pissed?
Yeah,
You should just be pissed.
but
all
I
the
need to
time?
learn to manage it.
Right.
And by
You shouldn't just stifle it. You
I
need
need
to learn
to
to deal with it.
exercise and eat properly, and that will actually make me more chill and calm.
Right. That's
And it does. Like when I'm in a good healthy routine, I'm way more chill. But like when I'm like full blown fucking
Because it's not
Chris
the-
Farley, like everything in, everything out,
because
full
it's
blown.
not the counter that needs to be organized, it's your mind.
right,
Man.
right.
The stuff that's angering you is just a reflection of that.
No, totally, 100%.
You're like,
I got more energy.
which is good. Yeah, you need that.
I just feel like I was so muted that I was like, I just want to feel some shit.
Right.
Like I'm not high and I'm not low, but I'm not creative.
But
I'm
you
not
want to feel emotion.
something.
You want to be a glass case of emotion.
Totally. And I'm an emotional guy. So it's like
You really wear your emotions on your sleeve.
I do.
As
I,
they say.
I do. And like I think I needed these, you know, it wasn't like I was on a big dose. I was like on 10 milligrams of fucking whatever the fuck it's called. Esopril or some bullshit.
Sarsaparilla.
Yeah. And like
I was prescribed 10 milligrams of sarsaparilla.
basically I told my doctor, I was like, I have anxiety, and then my anxiety comes out in the form of anger. Like, so when I'm being hard on myself, I get mad at myself, and then I get pissed. And I'm not mad at anybody, I'm mad at myself, but I lash out in weird ways.
Yeah.
In like little shit. Like, it's not big shit that pisses me off. It's like this tiny nonsense bullshit that shouldn't even fucking matter, that will like send me to fucking 500, like punching holes through walls and
Well,
shit.
you were there when what happened last time when
you were
came
making
over
pulled
to
pork
eat?
sandwiches.
Yeah, and you like
Oh, yeah.
dropped one or whatever. It like spilled
Into the toaster.
and
yeah.
You lost your mind.
Dude, and that's nothing.
we were like,
I was
oh
like,
my
I was
God.
on the pills
You
then.
about fuck? wait, that was you met it up?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus,
I'm a
All of a sudden, I was a little kid again, and mom and dad were fighting.
I know.
You know, I was like,
oh,
whoa.
God, is
Yeah,
Dad
that
gonna
ain't good.
hurt her?
That
What
ain't-
is happening?
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
So I finally took some initiative. Like Kimmy has been like, yo, I work at OHSU. Like, there's no reason for you not to go here and get the best care. Like, they're not going to judge you. Like, basically, you can tell them what the fuck you want, and they'll give it to you within reason, you know? So I finally called, and dude, they were like, yo, we're not accepting patients for like till July. And I was like, okay. I'll just see my regular doctor until then. She's like, you want to see anyone in particular? I was like, yeah, I want to see so-and-so, this doctor. And she was like, well, she's not accepting any new clients. I was like, I just talked to her. Can you like email her? So they got me in next month. So
Nice.
I don't have to wait till July.
Nice.
White privilege, baby. But
I don't know if that's white privilege based on
Or is that
circumstances.
white privilege.
Wife privilege.
I am excited. I am excited to like go in there. I'm going to be embarrassed. There's a lot of things. I shit my pants like 3-4. I shit my pants today with poop running down the back of my leg.
What?
Like I was out pressure washing furniture. I didn't even fart. I just bent over. I looked down. There's just poo poo. I was like,
Wait, are you?
Bro, you're going to have to start wearing Depends.
I know.
Are
What
you
kind of
kidding
life
me?
is this? No.
That just happened today.
Yeah.
and that's like not uncommon.
No, it happens all the time. And like, dude, my diarrhea is like on fleek.
Dude, that is not good. Like
That's what everybody keeps telling me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't normal. And they're like, no.
No, like that should never happen.
It's like,
Like,
this
not
has
even every.
This has
once
been happening
in
to
a
me since I
while.
was a child. Like, what? Like,
Yeah,
You just
Yeah.
have no control of your sphincter.
dude, I don't know. Right. So I'm going to have to go tell Kimmy's coworker / friend who just sold me a fucking screaming deal on outdoor
Yeah,
furniture.
see, this isn't a good idea.
I think
dude.
it
You
is,
should
though.
have recommended somebody that you don't know.
No,
or
I
is
think
that a problem. If
no,
you don't know them,
she's
you don't want to.
She's super professional. She's on top of being a doctor. She's a professor, so she teaches. She's like non-judgmental.
What if she has to look at your dongle?
She's gonna have to.
Right.
It's okay. It's small. What are you gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? It's all pubes. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, let me dig it out for you. All right, here it is. Yeah, you got herpes. Cool. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Sorry, I'm on fire. I'll calm down. But I am excited to finally get like proper care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Because like I'm not getting any younger. I got 2 kids. Yeah, I need to change my lifestyle. I get that. But in the meantime, I don't want to die.
And if you're this fired up, your blood pressure must be.
Dude. Let's see what my heart rate's at.
It's like you're at a sprint.
Are you on the lisinopril?
170.
I was.
But you're not.
Not anymore.
Not currently.
Lasagna Pro.
Lasagna Pro.
I'm a lasagna pro.
I think so. I think that's
Bro.
what it was. It's pretty mild. Like
Yeah.
it's easy on, easy off.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's good.
the only thing I notice is like my anxiety is like I don't know. I think I'm coming to terms that I'm just a fat guy. So I'm not like having more like crazy panic attacks about being overweight anymore. I'm just more like, hey guys, what's up? You know what I mean? Like this is
You did.
Me.
Never.
but same time my anger is back. And it's like pretty strong.
Right.
And it's going to like ruin my relationship if I don't get it under control.
Yeah.
Cuz like nobody wants to live with that. And Kimmy loves
An
me.
angry person? Come on.
Yeah, she loves me and blah 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 blah, but at some point she's just going to be like, "Dude, fuck you."
You gotta check yourself. What do you
Yeah.
have to be angry about?
Nothing.
man?
It's a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. I have everything I've ever could wish. You know, like I'm not like mad. My life is pretty awesome.
Right. But
Right.
it's just circumstantial nuances.
It's just like motherfucker. Yeah. So, anyways, that's my month.
Well, I mean,
month in
I hope
review.
you're able to get some of that stuff worked out.
I mean, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
It's not like some new fucking thing. I mean, I did. I went on this medication. I could go back on it and, you know, walk around like fucking old mellow dum dum. But
Were you mellow?
I was more mellow. Maybe I should just go back on it. Fuck.
But you don't like how it makes you feel.
If it doesn't make you
Right.
feel right, then yeah, don't stick with it.
Like
you,
I want to feel
you
like
want to be present and have emotions. You just want a tampering in that specific department.
yeah, just dial down the fucking whatever that thing is in the brain just a little bit.
What are they giving you? Lithium?
Dude, I'm not fucking.
That's like schizophrenia.
I'm not schizo.
I took lithium.
I'm not bipolar. Jesus. Like, I'm
Lithium
just
was
a
so
little
hardcore;
amped.
it was ridiculous. It like literally
You took it?
zombified me. Yeah. When I
What was
a
your experience
teenager.
on it?
It zombified me, man. I couldn't do anything but basically like sleep, and then like it was hard to pay attention to anything. Like I actually, when I was on it once, I had algebra class was like my first period, and I remember falling asleep during algebra. And then when I woke up, I had taken notes the whole time, but it was just like scribbles.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit, like this is, it straight zombifies.
Did they
you.
counteract it with like Adderall or anything like that?
Well,
or-
it was not for me. So
I
I can't remember.
How
what
old
the
were
other
you?
thing was. Probably like 15, 16.
dude, you were fucked
like
up
that.
for
Little
the
Stevie.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I had the issues for sure, you know, but maybe not to that.
You did not need to be on fucking lithium.
No,
dude.
that was an extreme. But that, I mean, come on, when we were teenagers, that was heyday of like, let's get the kids
yeah.
on fucking meds, dude. Like,
Yep.
that
No,
was
we
the
are that
hot
generation.
thing. That was the hot thing. For
Like
a
imagine
minute.
like giving a fucking 12, 13-year-old Adderall and just go to school
Yeah.
high on meth, like completely geared to the gills.
I don't give a fuck, bro. They're getting that,
And if you
them
do really have
kickbacks.
ADD, like it mellows you out. Like Adderall, I'm like geared, but I'm calm. It's weird. It's an inside amp, but I'm like, yo, what up? Plus, I smoked a ton of weed on it.
Geetered?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's like a fucking tweaker term, dude.
It is a tweaker term because that's what the fuck you're doing on Adderall. You're geared to the goddamn gills, dude. You're high as a fucking kite on that
Oh,
shit.
man.
It's wild. I miss it, man. I miss drugs so much.
Geetered to the gills.
Geared to the gill.
I miss self-medicating so
tight.
bad.
I like it.
Yeah. Anyways, what have you been up to, bro?
Interesting.
Oh man,
How's life? How's things?
good. Everything's good.
You got a cat?
I got a cat. I adopted I rescued a cat.
Yeah.
I'm a hero.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big deal.
I'm a fucking hero.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Post,
dude, you took on another
post
life.
about it.
Yeah, let's hear about this fucking cat.
Well,
bro.
okay, so his name's Loco. I didn't name him.
Loco.
He's from Tennessee. Got myself a nice Southern cat.
You got a fucking Southern Belle?
Yeah,
That's tight.
Guy or girl?
guy.
A Southern.
A male. He's a male cat.
It's a Southern gentleman.
He's a domestic short hair tabby cat.
Jesus.
Tabby. Nice.
He's beautiful. He's beautiful brown and gray with some tiger stripes.
Yeah, he looks like.
And he's just a lover.
Yeah.
He loves to cuddle and he just wants attention and he follows me around the apartment and
Dope.
it was all cute and awesome at first.
Right. And then they
Now
get
you're
they
sick
get
of this
comfortable.
fucker.
They get comfortable.
Now he's
Get out of my house. Go do something.
okay. Here's the thing. I've had cats my whole life, but I've never been the
You've lived
the
with
owner
cats.
of the
You've
cat.
lived with
Solely
cats.
responsible.
I don't know. Okay, so like this little fucker has no understanding of boundaries whatsoever.
No, they always want to be right in your face.
And I don't know, like I'm looking up all the different ways to try to work on whatever the issues are, and it's nothing terrible, but I'm trying to teach him the things he can do and the things he can't do, and the only things anybody recommends is like positive reinforcement when he does the right thing, but I can't find any way that you're supposed to, any way to discipline him when he does something wrong, because he just doesn't understand
It's a cat.
that. Yeah, like he literally doesn't make the connection that he did something wrong.
Oh yeah.
Do you
Even
beat
if-
him?
Yeah, kick the shit out of him.
I mean, that would probably work.
Yeah, because even if it's something like don't be on the couch or whatever, they're gonna just jump up, you push them down, jump
Jump
they
up,
push them
yeah,
down,
over and
jump
over and
up,
over
down.
again.
It never ends. It never ends.
Like last night, he bit me on my face.
But that's
You got
the
a
time where
zombie
you
cat?
gotta mommy him and grab him by the scruff.
Like,
you know?
But see, but here's the
do
thing: is
that.
I did that this time, and he doesn't make the connection. There's just there's nothing there in his brain that connects the punishment to the crime.
You
he's
got a
just
dummy.
like, whoa, this guy's mad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go in the other room for 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds. And
I'll
he'll stare at
forget.
me for 5 seconds like, what the fuck is wrong? What did you just do to me? And I'm like, I pushed you because you were in my fucking face and you bit me on the cheek. He does these little bites and they're cute and it's fine, but then like he'll get aggressive,
Right.
you know,
He gets amped up.
and it's like, I try not to engage him when he's being feisty like that because then he'll get more aggressive. But at the same time, like, it's just it's in his nature.
You know what I found when they get like that?
Get a
is,
spray bottle.
No,
Spray his ass.
a oven mitt.
An oven mitt.
You use an oven mitt, put it over, and just fucking stick your hand in there
just
and
let 'em go to town.
let him get that out because it is important.
I think that the main thing is I need to find better ways to let him get his energy
out.
out.
Yeah, and you have some of those instincts.
But I don't know. Like I don't.
He's
I don't
an
know what
indoor
else to do.
cat.
I got
What the
I got the laser.
Yeah.
I got the toys. I got the scratch.
Your whole
posts.
house is
No,
like
I think
a fucking cat
the
sanctuary
oven
now.
mitt type situation works because in their natural environment they would have like a sibling that they would then be like wrestling with.
Right.
And that's part of their wrestling is the grabbing with the claws and kicking and stuff.
Well, you know, he's very gentle. Like even when I do let him play and scratch and bite, he doesn't.
Still
He's never broke
safe.
the skin. He's very gentle about it.
That's cool. He's not just trying to fucking eat you.
Right. But I just feel like the more that happens, the rowdier he's getting. And they say not to engage him when they're doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Does he got a scratching post?
Yes.
Does he like it?
Yeah. He likes everything I've got him to a certain degree. He'll use it for a little bit.
Right.
But nothing's he wants to do the things he knows he's not supposed to be able to do.
Right. Natural.
Yeah, it's so weird how they know that too. Like,
Pushing your buttons.
dude.
Like, see how far I can take
like
this.
my rabbit, especially.
It's like kids.
The rabbit knows like exactly what it's not, where it's not supposed to go or do, and then that's all it wants to do. And it's just crazy to me that they can't make fucking simple connections between don't piss on this and the punishment, but they can make a connection that don't go there, and now they want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's just fucking crazy.
See, I have been using the spray bottle, even though I read not to.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
They say don't, but I think mainly it's because you have to do it where they don't see you doing it. Otherwise, they connect it to you instead of the thing they're doing.
You need it to be a Pavlov type thing where it's like, oh, that shocks.
Every time I jump up on this counter, I get wet. This sucks. I better not jump on this counter.
Right. You just need to install sprinklers.
Yeah, it makes more sense. Who would be against that? A bunch of PETA folks like, oh, go sprinkler.
But you know what? He's awesome. He loves to be held.
Yeah,
and
you got a buddy, dude.
Cuddles up in the bed.
I'm thinking about getting a cat.
Are you?
Yeah, I want one. I want a Maine Coon.
A Maine Coon?
Maine Coon.
Those things are so big.
They're giant. They're tight. They play fetch.
I mean, you probably
lived with one.
Don't get very good sleep anyway. But
he was a Spanish bastard.
The thing about the Maine Coons is they will not let you sleep.
Really?
Yeah, that's what when I was doing my research. When I was doing my own research.
They're night people.
Just outside your door.
Outside your door? You think you're going to lock them in a different room than you?
I'm not letting it go in my bedroom when I sleep.
Yeah, good luck with your cat.
I don't know.
I'm sure that's going to be real good for your temper.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Because Mochi, man, he's on the outs.
Yeah.
He's
an old little fella.
15, man. And he's like...
So you're going to replace them in front of him?
No. I don't...
Here's your replacement.
Look at this young buck.
Hurry up and die.
I feel really bad for Kimmy. Because, like, it's been her dog.
Right.
For 15 years.
Dog.
Like, she
it's
got
be
him...
a tough one, man.
Right after she graduated Spelman, right? So he went all the way through grad school and moved to San Francisco with her for 10 years or whatever the fuck. And here, they've been through a lot together, but
yeah, it's tough.
He's in diapers, and then in the middle, he's shitting in the house now.
Oh, yeah. See, that's
so
it's too much.
If that's the case, then it sounds like you're on the outs too.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Shit in your pants.
Kimmy's like, what? Why is my life?
He's like, everybody's shitting. All I do is change diapers, and I'm about to change 4 diapers. I think that conversation happened last night. Yeah, it did. It's rough. I feel bad for her. She's swimming in shit. Like,
it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just shit everywhere.
Pets. I've never been a big pet guy. I don't get attached to my pets.
I saw a meme the other day that was like
psychopath.
the strongest bond in the world is a dad and the pet that he didn't want to begin with. And that's how I feel like everything. Because I had a lot of animals as a kid, so I had to experience a lot of burying of animals and dealing with that. And it's tough because they become part of the family. But I still can't help myself if I'm living with an animal, we become... like this.
The only cat, like we had a cat named Lucy when my mom had him or whatever it was before I was born. And then when I was born, Lucy used to like sleep in my crib and like lick my face and shit and like protect me. It was weird. And, like we had a good bond. Like we were buddies.
They do that.
And then we moved into our new house like on the cul-de-sac and Lucy was there, but then Lucy got sick because it was an old ass cat. And I remember like it was like meowing out the back door, like I was like dying. And then I think my dad had to take him, like put it down.
Dude, one of the hardest ones.
But I still remember that, and I was young
because I had our neighbors had like a Rottweiler that would get loose, and they like beat the shit out of it. So it was a mean thing, and it would get a hold of one of our dogs or something.
Yeah, it would like kill your fucking dog or eat your kid.
But one of the hardest ones, man, was I got a kitten that was like somebody with a box of kittens outside of a Walmart, just desperate to get rid of them. Got this one cute little fool, named him Beaker, lived with me like when I first moved out on my own in Seattle, and it was just this cute little fluff ball. And then after like a few weeks, somebody noticed, they were like, he's so chill. I'm like, yeah, he's like real chill. Like, and then I started noticing like he had like no energy.
Oh no.
And then so took him to the vet, and they were like, yeah, his lungs didn't develop properly, so he's actually just been like slowly suffocating.
Oh,
Jesus.
I thought you were going to say he was dead. Like I was like, oh no.
That's pretty low energy.
So I had to get him
like in Dumb and Dumber, pretty bird.
Yeah. No, I had to put him down because he was just going to eventually suffocate.
Oh,
that sucks.
It was just crazy, man. That one was weird because I didn't get the chance to get that strong of a bond like I did with other pets, but it hit fucking just different because it's like,
Like,
it's
damn.
a baby. It was
Right.
a kitty,
Little fella.
Yeah,
it's tough.
I think the only other pet we got like a pug. Like the neighbor was getting rid of this stupid pug and I remember it was so dumb. It would like run into the fucking sliding glass door and shit. It was pretty funny. But I think he was. My parents had like a water bed, 90s, and I think he was like shitting and pissing under the bed. And my dad just fucking took care of that dog. It just disappeared one day, and that was that.
Yeah.
And then Daddy disappeared not long after.
Went to go live with the dog.
Fuck yeah.
He went to the dog house.
Moved to the old RV up the road. Hashtag divorce kid.
Can we talk about
We could talk about whatever you want, big dog.
synchronicities?
Ooh, I love synchronicities.
Yeah.
Bro. That's what I've been up to.
I'm all about zodiac signs and shit.
Well,
That's not quite the
different.
definition.
Whatever.
but so like I got my vaccine, and I literally got my vaccine at the exact moment that they were announcing the verdict during the Chauvin trial,
Oh, right.
which was whatever. Like it's happenstance, right? Like it's not a big deal.
Right.
But it's a thing I noticed. I was like, wow, right as this was happening, that was happening.
Right.
Oh, right.
And it made me think about how, what were the other ones? So when we went to Italy in 2016, we landed at Heathrow in the UK, right as they were announcing the results of the vote for Brexit. So the pilot announced in the plane
That Brexit
that it had passed.
Wow.
I've never been to England before. You know what I mean? And I happened to land there at the moment that this
So you got the vibe.
big thing has happened.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. There was another one too. I mean, there's the thing with my my grandma and Carrie Fisher
What's that?
and my parents' anniversary. It was all this the same day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like how certain days are like more common birthdays and stuff. It's like there's particular energies that coincide, right, with like you have a big life energy shift, and then so they could have been influenced externally because that's like the evolution of the force or the consciousness or
Yeah.
whatever.
Dude, a bunch of people I know have my birthday. It's weird. Like, I was born on my mom's birthday. Then, like, 2 or 3 of my classmates had January 21st.
January 25th.
Yeah, and it's a small town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not a bunch of us. And then, like,
So it's like everybody fucked
then-
on the same
Yeah,
at the same time.
it's fucking weird. And then, like,
It's awesome.
like, my mom's, like, fuck, what's her name? Just family friend. Was my mom's, like, her godmother. She was born on her birthday, too. It's like all this like weird like, hey, happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday. It's our birthday. It's like a bunch of us. It's fucking weird though.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to it, but it is.
I don't think so either. But it's
kind of
like for example, I got my positive COVID test as they were officially announcing that Biden had won the election.
right.
After that whole long week of not knowing what was going on.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Which is like that is also what was in the ether as well. That's what everybody was in a limbo state of sorts.
Yeah.
Waiting for information.
Exactly.
All I gotta
So-
say is we've lived through some weird fucking interesting times in history in our short little time on this round planet.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I mean, it sucks, but it's kind of cool. Like you know what I mean? Like
It'll be interesting
our
to see how
30
history.
where it goes.
Yeah.
It's our generational story like there was.
But we saw the birth of the internet. So
Well, we saw a lot of things change.
big time, right?
For sure.
We're in we are part of an interesting paradigm shift when it comes to technology and consciousness
And
shit.
humanity,
It's pretty,
yeah.
it's pretty civilization, and then you're seeing right now this divide of information,
Right.
and and the internet being this. I was actually just discussing this with somebody about how like the internet is its own kind of plane of existence, right? So therefore, it's like this new element to our reality.
It's a life in itself, right?
And
in
that
a
has
weird way.
never been before, and it's like a reflection of us because now it's something like AI that we have created. So it's a very interesting paradigm because now from that everything has changed forever into the future. We've kind of dictated a new evolution that we're going to go through.
I'm almost like believing the fucking what is it? We already made it and now we're watching ourselves. What do you call that shit?
A simulation.
Simulation theory.
That's not.
Is that
That's a crazy way to put it.
That's just wild, though, dude. It almost like kind of makes. I almost can believe it in a weird way. It's like,
well, so I'll tell you this about the simulation theory is that so we as humans always see a reflection of our understanding in our understanding,
right?
You know, that's why like. When you look at a fucking solar system on it, like zoomed out, it looks like it has the same exact makeup of a cell, or a nebula has the same exact makeup as your iris. It's because you're always seeing a reflection, and I think that because of what we've created with that, yeah, we're seeing that come to life. It's
all right.
Did you see what Neil Tyson said about simulation theory?
Sorry, what's Aaron's full name, real quick? Sorry, we're doing vaccine shit.
Oh, I'll text it to you because I don't want to say it live on air.
Can you text Aaron? Sorry, I'm trying to get Aaron a vaccine right now, and they have extra vaccines at the clinic, and she lives right around the thing. Sorry. We can cut this out. God damn it. I want to hook her. I want to get her for her, though.
It's fine.
You know?
It's fine. I'll text
I don't want her to miss out on it because they're done at the clinic, but they have a ton of extras. So she can just walk up and get one.
Yeah, anybody can just go now and get one.
Just go get one. Yeah. Do you have... Yeah, fuck. Does she have Kimmy's number?
No.
God damn it. This just gave me
Send
anxiety.
a text.
Okay, sorry.
Just text me. Do you want to text me Kimmy's number and I'll text it to Aaron? Okay. There you go. There you go.
Nonverbal communication.
So, like, we have science fiction has laid out, like, the Matrix, you know, these Cyberpunk 2077, all these things of where we're headed so that, like, it's almost a warning, right? We get to kind of we get to choose how we really should.
Right. So simulation theory is basically a society or a civilization advances to the point where they're able to create a simulation.
Right.
And the people that exist inside the simulation don't know that they're in a simulation.
They have created simulated universes.
So here's what Neil Tyson said. He said we're either the first civilization to do this and we haven't got there yet,
right?
Or we're the last.
I don't think that makes.
Well, no, think about it. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Last?
We haven't created that simulation yet. We don't have.
I think we already have
the technology.
I think that's the problem. Is that then we're looking at consciousness in a weird way. The video game No Man's Sky, right?
Right.
Okay. That was a simulated universe that grows, evolves on its own. So, like a day in our time in the evolution of that video game is like the evolution of thousands and thousands of years. So then I think about what is going to happen in that world once this game is forgotten about. Like, that doesn't stop that from happening.
Well,
because it's already been established.
Okay, well, then you have to...
And we can't understand, like, how... We don't understand consciousness to that level to be like, oh, these things aren't real because it's just a puppet that we made. It's like, well, how do we know? Because aren't we just like fucking meat puppets of some sort?
Well, and that's where you have to be able to distinguish whether this simulation that we've created is if the beings in it or the people in it or whatever they are they sentient, or are they just a computer program that doesn't have any self-awareness?
Right.
Which probably that.
Right.
Which means
Which is what we suspect, but then that's also like, you know, there is the argument of sentience for machine in general. that we don't understand. Like a rock is sentient, technically, on a whole different frequency, by all means. Same with plants. Plants are of a higher frequency because they adapt, they communicate, they talk. So, there is that argument of sentience between animal and machine and
Have
the
you guys
internet.
seen this like hybrid monkey human shit where they're growing organs in monkeys right now? And like there is a theory like maybe this went so far that it was like legit Planet of the Apes. So they take us over, and now we're like watching ourselves from the future or some shit. Who fucking knows? There's some wild shit out there, but it's a fun conversation.
Okay,
I wish I could get high and talk about it.
explain to me how a rock is sentient.
Because it's made of the same material and it's still vibrating out and absorbing in things.
But is it able to perceive these things?
I think that I would say in a way it exists within this framework, and it is accepting the circumstances and observing.
But does it have the ability
forming.
to perceive it though?
Right, like it probably doesn't have like imagination and whatnot, but it is.
It exists.
I would say. And
But this is the major difference between things that exist that aren't sentient.
right,
They're just there.
right,
Versus things that are, which is the ability to perceive and feel.
But the only problem with that is that I don't think there is a way for us to absolutely prove the sentience of something. Because there's so many levels.
I think
like
more
a fish.
you can't disprove the sentience of something.
Yeah, there you go.
It's possible that rocks are listening and hearing and feeling.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say rocks are not sentient.
I agree,
But scientists have been able to pull audio from rocks. Like you can literally pull audio.
Well, I don't-
that's super old.
I don't think that energy
like it is recording there. Right, energy.
does not necessarily mean that it's sentient.
On a level, though, I would say like there's a because
on
you're
on a micro
because
level.
Our definition.
So you're telling me there is a chance?
Telling me there's a chance.
Well, because I think that our definition of sentience is based on our perception of sentience.
For sure.
Whereas,
fair. That's fair.
That's the argument with extraterrestrials is that, well, we haven't found anything that replicates our idea of physics and biology. But you don't know how something develops or evolves in a solar system that's completely made of ammonia.
For sure.
And there has been finding that life does evolve in these super extreme
At the same time, the idea of sentience, the word sentient, is something that we came up with.
Right.
So we set the parameters.
That's true. That's true. So do you think that the internet is sentient then?
No.
You wouldn't consider that sentient.
No, not at all.
Even though
Without
the user, but then we have a user as well, right? That
God.
controls us.
Jesus.
Or even our organs and cells and our
He was a carpenter, man.
our passive functions that we don't think about, like breathing and stuff. Like there's obviously some kind of energy source that is kicking that into happening. So I feel like that is also the same level on different things that we can't see, like the internet is like. Yeah, it's kind of created its own thing now.
But it takes the internet can't do anything on its own. Every single thing the internet does is because some.
But is that true now because of like programming and AI?
Yeah, but it's programmed.
Stuff?
A program is something a human wrote.
Right.
Even if it is AI, it's still based on commands that a person
wrote. Yeah, and then
you can't scare the internet.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
You can't tickle.
You can't scare a rock.
Right.
You can fucking scare a fish.
You can scare a plant.
pee
Actually,
on a
well,
rock.
see now, plants are a definitely interesting kind of
organism.
right.
They can.
They're
warn
alive.
each other.
We know they're alive.
Yeah,
they
it's
live
weird.
and they die.
Right.
We don't know much about how their ability to
Perception.
perceive.
Yeah, their perception.
Have you guys seen these new videos of the the pyramid looking UFOs that were like flying over, like, you know.
This is the one that like just came out.
Yeah,
last
that
week
the
or
Pentagon
whatever.
is like gonna do a big briefing on or something apparently pretty soon.
Well, they're supposed to release, a bunch of documents.
Who's that guy who was on Rogan? Not to bring up fucking Rogan. We all know he's fucking been excommunicated.
No, he hasn't.
Because of the vaccine.
He just said something dumb, but he always says something dumb. So.
That's just what he does. There's this guy, he made a documentary. He did the fucking Bob Lazar documentary. He's like way deep in this shit.
Well, I know he's interviewed Bob Lazar, and he's interviewed.
And Bob Lazar was that interview. He had the guy who made the documentary with him. I forget his name, like Adam fucking something. But him and this other guy like discovered these videos and like kind of whistle blew all this like crazy shit that's been going on. And I guess the White House and Pentagon like completely confirmed it. Like, yeah, this was like filmed from a base somewhere, and some soldier fucking recorded this shit on their phone. We have no fucking idea what it is, but they look like pyramids, like floating in the sky. Like it, wow, this shit's wild.
It is wild.
And like the whole like Tic Tac video is like they were
Tic Tac.
they thought it was like something underwater. They like could see this big massive ship thing underwater.
Yeah, USOs.
And they like fucking were like, what the fuck is that? And then they realized there was like a thing flying literally like a foot above the water.
Yeah, but the one that's just like smashing and they're just following it while it flies.
It went from 80,000 feet to right above the surface of the water in a blink of a radar, which is like a millisecond or whatever the fuck it takes every second. And that shit can move that fucking fast.
Well, yeah,
and it's like on radar. They were actively tracking it.
And what's crazy it's all stuff that we have been like looking into, like the E drive. It's like fucking the German physicists in World War II were super interested in this. Like there was the whole Liberty Bell experiments and projects where they were creating this bell-shaped UFO that transcended that traveled like an E drive, where it basically wormholes. It brings space to you rather than you going through space.
Right.
But then there's the argument of these objects that are appearing. Are they extraterrestrial or are they actually terrestrial?
Right.
And they're in the bottom of the ocean, in the massive cavernous Earth that we have. Like that's why I thought it was super interesting. King Kong was like, I brought it up on the last episode, how they kept referring to Hollow Earth.
Right.
It wasn't just the center of
They had to go through that black hole.
It wasn't right. And that is a long-standing theory that's been written about. H.G. Wells' Time Machine, he goes to Hollow Earth. Like it's been the Hopi Indians mythology of that is where they came from, and that's where they went when there was the big disappearance.
Okay.
So there's been
maybe that's where the Anasazi went.
Right. So there's been this theory.
It's just fucking
Anasazi. There's been this theory
the old
of
cliff dwellers
of the Hollow Earth. Well, yeah, that is part of the theory.
Yeah, dude. I'm trust. I'm hip, bro.
So
I'm on the level, dog.
And I think that it's
I'm off the
possible.
meds.
I mean,
Let's go.
I mean, how much we know more about space than we know about the ocean.
We don't know shit about the ocean. I think fucking aliens are in there.
And it's funny. It would be so funny then, ultimately, to end up finding out that, oh yeah, this was right beneath
They were
our
just down
nose.
there.
just
I mean, it
down
almost makes more sense.
It almost does.
Yeah.
Do you think fucking Earth is just like a trash planet? Like it's just a joke? Like they literally come to they know we're about to fucking kill ourselves. Like we are. We're so close to destroying the Earth in all reality. Like no green. Like we're fucking this place up at a drastic fucking rate.
Well, yeah,
right?
and we're a weird.
Do you think they're just watching it like it's a reality show? Like, let's just fucking see what these dummies. What if they created us? Like, what if they like put a little bit of their DNA into like monkeys and then created humans?
That's the old Mesopotamian
And this whole
mythology,
thing,
man.
like, what if that's real?
I mean, it's as possible as anything else.
Right. It'd be fucking wild.
It almost makes more sense.
I almost believe it more than anything. And like, they just fucking created us, and they're just watching us, and like we're about. Because Earth has reset itself. Think about it. There was dinosaurs at one point, and a fucking meteor came and just wiped everything out.
Yes, the great
Millions of
filter.
years later, here we are. Like, and I don't know. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know.
It's fucking wild.
I know, bro.
It is pretty
It's
crazy.
fucking
man.
wild.
And
We're,
you know, you
we're
get-
like legitimately fucking hurling through space right now. Like, but we got gravity. So
and
we're
that's
just
why you
chilling.
gotta,
It's like,
every once in a while you got to remember that and just appreciate how
I do. I
insane
think about
and
it all the
wild
time.
It is.
Think
How
about it every night before I go to bed.
But then, but yeah, what I was saying about them observing then too is like we're just such this weird carbon-based material organism thing. When a lot of the theory is like for astral travel, like they would have to do into control, because like the ships and stuff have to be controlled almost more so with consciousness,
Right.
in order to make those kinds of physics leaps. And so the theory then is like it's been a long saying that like the Palladians are light beings, like
Right,
they're
right.
bodies of light. And so it's just it's pretty wild, because then you think of all the different things that it could be.
There's so many different possibilities.
Ooh,
and
limitless
outcomes.
potential. It's awesome. I love thinking.
But
about
how
it.
cool would it be, like, in our lifetime, we, like, find out how humans were made or some shit?
It'll be tight.
Like, what if, like, the aliens do come? You know what I mean? Like,
Prometheus, man.
think about this. Like, we had a huge pandemic. We had a fucking goddamn whatever the fuck it's called, virus run wild, right? And about fucking destroyed our asses, right? And it wasn't even that bad, but we all went ape shit. It didn't, we like, it was
Well,
like
yeah, that's-
every man for himself. It didn't bring us together. We're a mess. Like,
Well,
it was
that's
like,
the thing.
I'm getting all the toilet paper. Fuck you. I'm buying all the guns.
Right.
It wasn't
gonna fucking-
an actual extinction event. So that's
But
the
dude-
thing that worries me, of seeing how we handled it and then thinking
We're fucked if
thinking
the aliens
there
come.
were an extinct
Holy
event
shit.
like the aliens landed, or like the super volcano blows, or
Or the
like
meteor hits us or some
or
shit.
an electromagnetic pulse just shuts down all electricity.
Yeah, we're done.
Like
We've
it's-
proven that we will not
can't
help
handle
each other.
no, we're done.
It's every man for himself.
Yeah.
petty little fucks,
Dude, it's
crazy.
done, man. It's like, it's so scary
With
because
how
it's
we
like,
handled something as simple as that, and how we're still handling it and refusing to deal with it.
oh my god.
Here, listen to this.
Crazy.
Yeah, play it.
I'm trying. Promise I'm trying.
Me so horny, me so horny.
Oh, me,
Stupid,
so
this
horny.
fucking app.
me love you long time. That's how
I
it goes.
hate TikTok.
Why are you playing a TikTok video anyways?
Yeah,
you
TikTok
fucking
makes
girl?
it very difficult.
I used
What are
to
you,
think we were
15-year-old
living in a simulation. Then I talked to some colleagues, did some more reading, and now I feel a little better that we're probably not. The argument for it was you get a real universe, and then people in there get really smart, and they program computers, and they create worlds. And the people in that world don't know that they're fake. All right. And then they evolve and they develop computers and they create a world and they create a world. And this goes all the way down. And so there's the real world and all the worlds that can create worlds, except the last one, which is still working on it. Eventually they'll get there. All right. Throw a dart. Chances are you're going to hit a world that's simulated. That's us. But we don't know how to make an actual simulated world where everybody thinks it's real. So either we're the last of those worlds that's still working on it, or we're the first one, which is actually real. I'm good with it.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah,
To an extent.
yeah. He's a.
But
he doesn't
but
believe
if
in
you believe
simulation theory.
that we've done it already,
I think that we've
then it's
already
then
done
it's
it.
yeah,
I think that it's impossible to quantify that.
I don't
to
think
say
we.
that-
I don't think
to
we
go
have. Like,
to go, oh, we created this simulation, and we know for a fact that the Sims characters aren't having that conversation or anything.
they're most
Like,
likely not.
We're
though.
living, but see, I think that it's possible. I think that it's 100% possible, because we are.
Well,
just
this is like exactly like he
everything's
said. It's
possible.
not the chances aren't zero.
Right,
it's just
right.
very unlikely.
From our observations, we don't think that we have created it yet.
yeah, because
And
as
then
of where we sit
also-
now, we can't even fucking
also
get a
even
vaccine.
even if we haven't yet, doesn't mean that it hasn't happened already, or that it hasn't happened, because it's going to. Like,
Well, that's what he's saying.
with the like time machine type of theory.
Where if unless you believe that we have done it already,
right,
the assumption is that we
That
have
we
not.
haven't. Right.
So either we're the first, or we're the most recent who hasn't done it yet.
Dude,
We're not somewhere in the middle, is what he's saying.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because
I
I don't see how that stops the chain though, because especially
Well, it doesn't stop the chain. It just
Right.
hasn't continued yet.
right.
So he's saying, well, we could still get there.
We're currently the last in this
Right.
regard of our
Yeah.
time frame. Sure.
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. Agree.
but it's just, again, there's so many different theories, and it's interesting to think about all of them with an open mind. You know what I mean? Like, what if this, and what if this, and what if God was the creator, and then what if it was us in the future, or what if aliens planted DNA, or what if we're just a fucking simulation on us? What if it's the Matrix? What if we're just like millions and millions? We're having this conversation 1 trillion times throughout the universe.
What
right
if
now.
our reality is being projected through Saturn's rings from
Yeah.
the time cube?
Why
that
not?
was put there by the Archons?
What if Joseph Smith found the tablets?
You know what I think?
Fucking-
I think it's a very, very good possibility that we were, quote unquote, created,
I think so too.
but and you can call the thing that created us God. That's fine.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Who knows?
That's fair.
But I do not believe for a second that creator stuck around and watches us and cares about us and has any kind of influence on.
No, dude, are you kidding? You buy a kid an ant farm, they care about it for a couple of days.
Right.
It never says God. It says on the seventh day God rested. It never said that he came back to
Do you
work.
think there was like ever life on Mars before it like completely burned up or whatever the fuck?
It's possible.
I mean, it does. It shows signs of of a planet that lost its atmosphere.
Right. They're like,
And
there's like ocean beds and you know who knows, but
There's
that's pretty cool.
some evidence.
That's pretty cool. Like as of like right now, there's like a fucking rover and a helicopter up there, like taking pictures and shit.
right,
It's pretty
So now,
badass.
I
So
believe-
far away, like we were able to send something of very high technology and intellect to the ability to fucking the logistics of sending that fucking thing to Mars and landing it safely and like getting active pictures and like
It's pretty incredible.
like photo, like we're like literally think about how crazy the internet is. Like we're able to send something to Mars
Back to the-
and getting fucking 4K video
Right.
back from Mars.
You know why it's disappointing
It's
to me though?
fucking cool.
Is because 4 or 5 years ago, we were apparently planning on setting up
moon bases,
a base or a civilization on Mars.
Yeah.
We were literally recruiting people who wanted to go do this. I don't know where they're at in this process now, but
I don't think it's gonna.
they were talking about it happening like now.
right?
The whole Mars One program. Remember that from a couple years ago?
Yeah, but I think that the changes, right, are that now they're going to send, like, they want to send more robots,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like, fuck.
It's just that's what's disappointing to me is that I felt like we were on the verge, and now we're
I think we're
back to rovers.
I think realistically, 20, 30 years out from like legitimately living on Mars, right? I think the chances of like people like holding up on the moon are probably a little more realistic. I
well,
don't
the
know what I'm
moon
talking
is
about.
supposed to become basically like a gas station,
Yeah.
like a ramp, a like secondary
Like
propelling.
a
pad,
a
basically.
fucking launching pad.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people say Earth is a launching pad for other civilizations.
Right.
You know,
Right,
so
that the
like, who's to say
energy
it's
grid
not?
becomes
Because
a portal
when you
and
think
all
about
that.
it that way, like, why could it be like, why could the moon be a launching pad for us, but Earth couldn't be a launching pad for someone?
well, of course
else?
it could be.
Yeah. So maybe that's like why we get all the sightings and shit. I don't fucking know. Maybe there's like an energy thing here. They got to feel up on their energy and they get the fuck out.
Right, it's
Something at our core or
it's
something.
part of the wormhole
That we haven't
or
figured
like-
out.
or like, you know how it's like, oh,
Maybe
we're-
there's some magic
we're-
dust in the ocean and they got to sprinkle it in their engine.
in
or something.
order to go to warp speed, you have to hit certain coordinates because that's where the path is.
There's the
cleared,
pipeline.
basically. Yeah.
You know, like in Finding Nemo when the turtles are shooting through, he's like, check you later, bro.
Or in Star Wars, how they have hyperspace lanes.
Boom.
right, exactly.
Maybe we're fucking a hyperspace lane.
Maybe.
Why not?
we're an information superhighway.
I'm still of the belief that fucking God is a carpenter, man. He fucking he was risen. He went in a tomb. He came out. He went to the sky, and he fucking saved us from the Jews
Is that what happened?
or something.
Wow.
It fucking
The carpenter man went into the sky and saved us from the Jews.
From the space Jews, which is a theory that's not good.
I'm sure it is.
It's not.
There's a million of them.
No, well, the theory actually isn't too bad that like Abraham and that lineage is actually of extraterrestrial descent.
We're all are fucking ancient aliens. Fucking, the Anunnaki. That whole thing.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, that's a good one. And what's
one's
interesting about
wild.
that is that is
We
the
can go all day with this
that
shit.
is the oldest living mythology from
Yeah.
the oldest known civilization, and their shit is straight up just aliens created.
So check this
us.
out.
You're like,
the
"Wait,
Anunnaki, they found tablets of our solar system with fucking Saturn or Jupiter, or the one that's fucking hard to whatever. Like old ass shit, like legit our solar system to a T.
Well, you also have to remember though that there were no like external
Lights and
sources.
shit. I know, but still,
So-
dude, it's fucking
and what's also happening too,
wild.
like, because it's crazy to think that, like, I can't remember how far in the future it is, but eventually you won't be able to see the stars in the sky,
yeah, I
like
believe it's
because
sad.
of because of the expansion of the universe, because it's all moving so far away that eventually the light,
would all
the
be, like,
speed of
gone
light, no longer
Think about
catches up.
billions and trillions of years.
think about how
Not even
amazing
that long.
Really?
how amazing it is
Like 400 years or something.
that
We're living in the Goldilocks zone.
hundreds and thousands of years ago, there's people who existed on this planet that were able to map the fucking stars
Yeah.
and planets.
Yeah.
And they were actually able to figure out that shit. Well, I look at the sky, I see a bunch of lights.
Yeah.
I've learned what some of them are over the years and how it works. But
Right.
imagine just being the guy who looked up and figured
Figured
that
it out.
shit out.
And
is
built
wild, man.
built buildings to like perfectly
Yeah.
like
Well, and the theory
go
is
under.
that-
You know what I mean? Like the fucking one of the pyramids. The
and
main
stuff.
fucking tomb is like right under one of the.
It's
I don't
under
fucking know.
Orion's. It lines up with Orion's belt, which is where the
Fucking
which is where
crazy.
the Pleiades are of the light beings. and
So
shit.
like
pretty
one of the
crazy.
king's
Pretty
fucking
wild.
tombs, like King Tut or whatever. Like his stones, they like fucking mapped them out. They came from thousands of miles away. Like some of the like real
Yeah.
prestige
Oh, yeah.
stone. Dude,
We have no idea how they did that.
none. We couldn't build the pyramids right the fuck
That's
now.
funny that you said Nun because that's one of the ancient Egyptian gods. that
That's
has
right,
to do with
bitch.
it.
That's what I'm.
But then also in South America, there's similar situations, pyramids.
oh,
and-
dude,
Well,
like
then
the
there's-
Aztec, that shit's wild.
Right.
Like,
Well, there's-
even like the fucking.
Okay, so let me tell you this theory though, because back then, like our consciousness evolution has taken us to a point where we are externalizing creation. We're trying to create the simulation of sorts. We're trying to imitate us. Whereas back then, before we had these kinds of inventions or that spark, we were much more internally in tune, and we're using like our vibrations with the earth more. Like we were working with the earth more, that made things a bit easier. There's a lot of theories about people moving things with sound. Like that
Okay.
because with frequencies you can move
Yeah,
things.
for sure, for
So
sure.
that's one of the theories of how they were moving these large chunks of things over like these large distances were by creating frequencies.
how are they making precise cuts on some of these stones? Are massive,
Fucking brains, bro.
massive, and not the weight alone. Like you're not getting it up there with horse and buggy.
Nope.
Right.
You know,
But, dude,
like
look at
you
it.
know, you didn't hire 16 mules and
But
you
look
hooked it
at
up
it-
to a pulley system and you fucking raised it however high the pyramids are.
So like I've been thinking about this lately.
Fuck.
We have put so much of our stuff into like the internet and the unreal that if an extinction event were to happen and then thousands of years from now some other civilization rises and finds our ruins like we did with the Egyptians,
Right.
like what is going to be our hieroglyphics, our
Well,
data, our,
there
like,
probably will be
There's
some
not
kind of
gonna be-
mass hard drive backup that's in some crazy storage somewhere deep somewhere.
right, but then also like have we found that from a previous civilization? Like, I know we found like batteries and shit like that. Like, I guess that's the thing. We do not know what kind of technology they had.
No clue.
Like, I don't think the future will know really what kind of technology we had.
That's
because
fair.
because
Yeah.
so much of it doesn't actually exist.
Right.
Everything that we've built and created on the internet
And we forget.
is gone once the
we're trying to
internet's
like
gone.
remember, like in some weird way, we're all consciousness of the past. In some weird way, right? But it's like we forget, and like we like
Right.
as time goes on, like mass extinctions happen,
and we rediscover the same shit.
same
back
shit.
over
We
again.
discovered the wheel probably a trillion times.
It will be,
but who knows?
it'll be interesting to see how much of our technology is documented, like redundantly in
Yeah.
media, all sorts of different kinds of media.
There's more history recorded in
But-
our lifetime than
but it's
over
just
the course of
recorded, so it's not
of
like
history.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much of that
it survived.
would survive, or they'll be able to interpret, or
Dude, a fucking solar ray would just wipe all the hard drives. Like, especially when you're looking in the range of like 1,000,000 years and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
So
fucking
then all the
crazy.
records
Yeah.
are like all the records are gone.
Like,
Like,
we're not even gonna have to teach our kids how to write and shit in the next 10, 20 years.
no.
Do they still
like-
do cursive in schools?
No, you don't need to.
There's no point. Right?
You don't even need to know how to spell. You got a fucking spell checker on your phone?
Right.
Yes,
So
you
then
do.
if people are not writing, then like
Yeah.
what gets left behind?
you forget. When's the last time you just sat down and wrote a letter?
Dude,
or
anytime I have to
something?
fill out anything,
Oh, dude, I freak out. I'm like, holy shit.
I don't remember how to do it.
Yeah. And that's us.
It's scribble. Like, I'm like, I get ahead of myself because it's not
And
fast
that's
enough.
us. Like, think about like another like generation or two.
They don't know
Dude.
how to hold a pencil.
And then this whole like, I'm not like the pandemic and shit, but like keeping everybody online and at home and not fucking together, like it could be a spark of some weird, crazy fucking cyborg shit, guys.
It'll be a weird future.
It's gonna be the future, baby. It's gonna be tight.
Future.
Odd future.
I hope more than anything, I hope fucking kids can just get back in school for social fucking
Oh, yeah.
reasons.
Definitely.
They're fucked. Like suicide rates in teenagers and young adults is like through the fucking roof. It's scary as fuck. Imagine feeling that confused and scared at 14, 13, 12 even, and you're getting cyberbullied and you're fucking looking at shit that's not real.
Your whole life's online.
Just like, oh man, fucking Kardashians are so tight. I'll never be that. I'm a piece of shit. Or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, imagine fucking taking your life
There's
that
gonna
young.
have to be an anti-internet renaissance, bro.
The
Like
internet's
in,
great. It's
like
the best
in
thing
Outer
ever.
Worlds, I think
but
it's Outer Worlds. There's like a whole cult of people that are just tech free. I think that's also in Neon Tokyo. Like there eventually becomes a breakaway civilizations that are
yeah, it makes sense.
anti-cybernetics and stuff.
It makes
and,
sense. We're
that
right
try
there
to
with,
keep
like-
that human lineage going.
yeah, I just
interesting.
more than anything, like I feel bad for the small businesses. I feel bad for anybody in like hospitality.
Oh, yeah.
Bars and restaurants are fucked.
Think about how many people made Mother's Day reservations at places and now they're
No.
all getting canceled.
Yeah, we're back into high risk all of a sudden. It's like, when are we just gonna like, if you don't get vaccinated, it should be on you. That's a personal fucking thing. If you want to risk your life
Right.
by not, you don't believe in it or whatever the fuck your issues are.
But I think
That's-
the problem is that then that person still spreads it and then it creates variants.
That is the problem.
Yeah.
But
that
people
is-
should
you're
be
right.
getting vaccinated if they don't want it to keep
But
spreading
like,
to
why?
them.
I just feel like if you're healthy to an extent or whatever, like you can get the vaccine, get it if you can, wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance, like go out as needed and stuff. But people, I really feel like we all gotta like the little time, like this interaction right here feels so good. Like just to be in a room with us and not just talking online.
Right.
Every
because-
little, like the little party we had, the little dinner party felt so good. Like you have people over. Like you guys know me, like I avoided social interactions for so long. It was always like, I don't go to the bar. I just want to go home, get in the basement, fucking smoke weed and be alone. And like, I fought this shit for so long and like really realizing how dangerous that is. Like, we're social beings. Like, we need
Right.
interaction.
We're tribal. That's how we've evolved.
We need it.
And we were already doing
survive.
bad at it with the internet.
Totally. Because it makes it so easy to, like, I can just, like, jerk off and get on my phone and,
Well,
you know
that's
what I'm
I was
saying? Like,
earlier, like when you came over and I was like, yeah, my coffee pot broke, so I'm only making French press now, but I like it because it makes it harder and take time. And I think that that's something we're missing in this day and age is difficulty.
oh, for sure.
Like
We're all soft.
everything is
We're all
so
soft.
convenient. Like it used to be your daily task was like, I gotta go fucking walk the ridge down to the river to get enough water.
It's been
to
a while
fucking-
since that, but yes.
Right. But I'm just saying that like we evolved for thousands of years through struggle and difficulty and that's why we are so adaptive in the human body and ability and stuff. But now it's just
No,
yeah,
bro,
so
we're
it's just
we're
like-
not designed.
It's all a button
to be able
It's
to
all just
order
a button.
Taco Bell and have a guy bring it to your house and order snacks and gain 60 pounds in a year. We weren't designed to do that. It's
Right.
not good.
But it feels
It feels great. It's very convenient. It's fun as fuck. Eating is awesome. It's pleasure. It's
Being
entertainment.
being
Getting high is awesome. It's
uncomfortable.
entertainment. Like being a fucking mess is fun. There's a reason why everybody does it. But we were not designed to do that shit.
Well, no, I mean, even if you look at just the whole like arbitrary reality of like needing a job,
right. Like what?
like our jobs used to be to
live.
live,
You had
Yeah.
to,
to do all the things you have to do. You have to fucking go plant or go hunt or cut down trees.
and then go meet up in the fucking village
Build shelter.
and then I give you some of my lettuce
Yeah.
for the fucking deer meat that you caught because you aren't eating an entire deer before it goes
but you might
bad.
need some fucking
You're gonna
firewood.
have a couple
you know?
meals. Yeah, so
Barter
it's like
system.
Yeah, that was the thing is everybody was a true contribution, and I feel like that's especially why you have so many people that like don't know what their purpose is or don't know what their dreams are or don't know
Just
what to
depressed and
pursue
lost, right.
because nothing that we do is like there's very small amounts of actual contributions to society.
yeah, because most of us end up settling for something that gives us what we need to survive,
Right. Yep.
but ultimately is helping somebody else
Get rich.
get rich.
Get rich and
Yeah, 100%.
probably not being the best for the
And playing
environment.
safe. Like
or-
playing it safe is so dangerous. Like never being outside of your comfort zone is probably the most dangerous thing you could ever do. Like just settling. Like
Yeah.
like you're just working for that retirement. Like when I'm 65, bro, I'm gonna go fishing. You
and
know?
then you have a heart attack.
And, yeah. And then you get there and you're like, I don't know what else to do. I've watched, I'm not going to say names, but I know somebody who's close to retirement. And this motherfucker started tearing up because he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Right.
I don't know who I am.
Right, your entire
My whole,
existence.
I shoved these feelings down my throat every single morning and laced up my bootstraps and went to work and fought through these fucking fears and
And now
things.
you
And
have
now
to face
they're
it.
here.
And that's why you have so many people that, sadly enough, like they end up dying shortly after retiring.
It's like the
because
same as
they're
like you're
just
married
like-
to
They
someone
lose their
for
purpose.
40
Right.
years and like your husband dies and then you die shortly after. Yeah, it's like
crazy.
I work with motherfuckers who their church, their social life, their everything is this job.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's everything.
I think
I don't want to go home. I haven't slept in the same bed with my wife in 15 fucking years. I want to be here for 12 to 15 to 6. I don't care. I'll be here for 18 hours. I'll sleep here. This is my home.
I think as Americans, we're
And it's
particularly
sad.
bad
It's
at
weird.
giving our lives to our work.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it's
But
dangerous.
Our jobs becoming our purpose.
It's
Oh,
dangerous,
even,
dude.
Like, I remember reading. and I
Scary.
don't know
It scares me because I can see my life going that way. It's there. I'm there.
I
you
see the
know?
same thing. Yeah, I feel you.
And it's scary, man. But at least like I'm conscious of it, and I do have hobbies and things I'm good at besides just going to work. I'm glad for my first like.
What are you good at? Going to work.
But think about that. People legitimately like graduate high school, go into the military, or get a steel job or some kind of fucking high paying blue collar. You can make a lot of money working at a mill or being a
yeah,
welder
doing
or
a trade
or
and-
trade. You know, like you
Which
can,
are contributions to society, so
But-
good on them.
a lot of these people never took more than a week off.
Yeah.
Never even been to another state. You know, I just found out this. I don't want to throw this guy under the bus. I love him, but
Don't then.
but he's never even been to Montana.
I've never been to Montana.
Never been to Utah.
I've never been to Utah.
Never been to fucking. Like, it blows my fucking mind. You've never been to Idaho?
I've never been to Idaho.
Jesus Christ, you got to get out there, dude. It's
Why
awesome.
are those the places I should
I
go?
know,
They're
it's funny,
beautiful. Like,
they
they're
are
great.
beautiful,
The
but it's
closest
funny
states.
because
They're not far from us, and they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
I want to go on a road trip.
It's unbelievable out there. Like, there's fucking sand dunes that will blow your fucking mind. It was an ocean at one point, like in
The
Utah.
Colorado Great Sand Dune. is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
thinking of. In the middle of this like lush mountain forest,
There's
there's just a fucking pile of sand.
And
now,
a
you want to talk
shit ton
about
of it.
crazy theories, though?
Fuck.
The theory is
It'll blow your mind.
that sand was part of like ancient excavation that was then brought from some super far away
believe
place
it.
and
Yeah,
just
of course.
dumped.
What's this place called?
The Great Sand Dune.
The Great
I believe,
Sand Dunes of
in
Colorado.
Colorado. It's pretty.
It's like right, like kind of the Four Corners
I want to see it.
area. That whole area is crazy. Like New
pretty
Mexico.
bizarre.
Mosca?
Yeah, sure. Pull it up.
Mosca, Colorado? Colorado.
I mean, maybe because it is kind of like in the middle of nowhere ish.
Yeah, I don't remember the town it's in.
It's in Mosca,
Mosca.
I just told you.
which I'm pretty sure means fly, like insect, bug. But
Lemos.
don't want to go to Mosca.
No
Moscas en la casa. That
No
means
mosca.
flies in the house.
Yeah, are
That's
you
why,
seeing
like,
pictures of it?
guys like Zone and Max and people out there really living, like, really gives me a sense of joy that I know people like that.
Dude, those guys are gonna stay
They're
a
gonna
whole nother
stay-
month. I heard.
Oh, dude, they're done. They're never coming back, and it's beautiful. It like warms my heart.
Right,
that
embracing life.
fucking get out there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out there, because like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? You're dead. You're gonna like wake up one day, realize I wasted my whole fucking life, and I'm dead.
You're going to wake up one day and go, I'm dead.
Well, you know, I just recently went through this whole process in reality.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know if you remember. Obviously, you remember
I
last
do.
year,
I do.
early summer. I was like, I want to move. I want to leave.
Yeah.
I want to go.
I want to
live
go
in
to Italy. Yeah.
And instead, I made the decision to move into a different place.
Yeah.
in town, which obviously isn't necessarily a long term commitment by any
But
means.
it's a big change. It's a shift.
It's a shift.
And it also ties up a lot of more of my money that I could have used to
Move
Of course,
to Italy.
do what I
of
was
course
gonna
it
do.
does. Yep.
And while I do enjoy my living situation right now, and it's a decision I'm glad I made.
Yeah.
It also, I look at it that way. I'm like, is this it? Am I committing to this lifestyle now? Is this what I'm doing? Like,
No, I feel you.
Literally any day,
I feel you.
something could change. I could change my
And
mind.
that's the thing. I guess we have to remember that like so much can happen in 5 years,
Oh,
let alone
so much can
2
happen in
or
2 or 3
1.
months.
You know that
It's a series of events. It like starts with something as like my whole life changed like by simply like, okay, I was a mess, right? So I went to this gym called Crunch Fitness, right? I show up there like full of fucking just, you know, and they convinced me like, hey, do you want to meet with the trainer for 3 times for $100-something? And I was like, fuck no.
Well,
but then
now we're going back to Trainer John.
I'm just saying, like, there was a weird shift that happened there.
Right.
There
That-
was.
that was like a
and it doesn't always
a
have to be
domino.
fitness or anything like that. But there's like these weird shifts in your life where you finally just say, fuck it, I'm done. You know what I mean? And then you fight those demons the rest of your life. But sometimes you're able to fucking silence them or conquer them, which is a beautiful thing. But it doesn't matter. But that whole story doesn't matter. But
But
you
it
can
was-
always, you could move to fucking Italy tomorrow and you would be thriving there in 2 or 3 months. No fucking question asked. You would make it. It might be hard. You might like wake up and go, what the fuck am I doing in a few days? But guess what? Every single day you'll wake up, you'll go to the cafe shop, You'll fucking have a little espresso.
Oui, oui, oui.
You'll fucking make friends eventually. You'll live.
Buongiorno.
Life like always keeps going on.
Right.
After tragedies, after
A wise
hardships,
man once
after
said,
great
life finds a way.
yeah, after triumphs, like,
Life
dude, this is the best it's ever been, and then it's gonna be the worst it's ever been, and then
finds a way.
it's always this, right?
That happens no matter what.
I'm just saying,
Right.
like, you could literally get on a plane tomorrow, and you would be just fucking fine. It might be scary, it might be hard, but you'd be fucking fine.
It might be. It might
You
not
would
be fine.
you would
too.
like legitimately be recording people and doing mixes and sending them back here, and you'd be making money, and you'd find a way, you know.
Maybe,
But maybe not.
maybe not.
Sink or swim, bitch. And then maybe you get on a plane, and you come home, you know, and then you gotta live with your parents for 6 months until you get your life back on track. You know, that was a bad idea. But dude, you
But
know,
you
that-
lived it. You
that's-
experienced it.
and
you
like
know.
that, I'm like, I haven't lived as much as most people should.
Until I woke up and realized I was dead.
I don't regret any of those crazy times though we had. Like,
You gotta have the crazy times.
I don't. Like, and same with you, man. Like, we're very blessed. Like, maybe we don't have all the material things that some people have that got the job right out of high school or college and became a professional.
Yeah,
and,
but does that make them happy?
exactly.
You know,
And
that's all.
It's like,
what even is happiness?
It's
exactly.
you look
And that's
at-
what I'm like really learning. It's like,
Look at the happiness index. It's the unfortunately the more impoverished countries or communities. It's the war torn countries and communities that have a stronger sense of happiness.
yeah, man. Like when you need your neighbor and you need a friend and you need your family.
and those people are there for
And they
you
love you,
because
and
they're on that.
that sense of
wavelength.
community is more than any dollar amount in a bank account.
Whereas we are material, isolation,
it.
isolation, material.
I'm getting all the toilet paper. Fuck you. That's our mentality.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need all the toilet paper. I got a bidet and a hose. I'm good.
Or shower.
Yeah.
right. A spoon.
Spoon.
Yeah.
You got a spoon and a shower.
Got a spoon and a
Life is
newspaper.
weird, man.
toilet
Like, it's so weird. Like, because I've always been kind of a free spirit or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom. I got a job, like a job. Boom.
A jobby job.
I got a girl pregnant.
Preggy preg.
Boom.
Boom. I got the same girl pregnant twice.
And you got kids.
Whoops.
I got two of them. I got a fucking mortgage like my dad had.
Right.
And my mom, you know what I mean? And I can see like how fragile it is. Like I could fuck this up so easy. You know, just like
You've
they
got
did.
everything.
You could
to
ruin it.
lose.
Ruin it with one bad decision.
Totally.
Yep.
Totally. And it's like that anger thing, like they come back to that shit. I gotta stop it, dude, because it's bullshit. Because like life is actually beautiful as fuck.
It's pretty sweet.
And like we're so lucky that we can just come in here. Like think about how many people are just sitting at home not knowing what the fuck to do on a Saturday. And we can sit here and talk on a microphone for nobody to listen to and we're happy as fuck about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Well, that's the thing. And no matter what, there's things that are going to frustrate you, and there's
Yes.
going to be petty times, and there's going to be stuff that is going to.
There's going to be feast times, there's going to be famine times, there's going to be
times when you're angry about something that you shouldn't be. But yeah, maybe reel it in a little.
Yeah, I
bit.
got to.
Here's the thing. You're going to die.
Bah, maybe you are.
And once you die in, say, 40 years, 50 years,
400.
There
or
will be-
so.
nobody left who remembers you.
Totally.
Right,
And then it's over.
Totally.
right.
Your existence on this earth
It's over. It doesn't even matter.
is gone. And the majority of us won't even leave a legacy that can be seen
Oh, dude,
or looked
maybe
at or
like-
examined.
Yeah, a handful
By-
of people maybe.
Yeah, I mean by
Been
the
out of
By the
everyone.
definitions of what people would say a legacy is, aka money and power.
yeah, or you know,
Or
like
that- you know, contributions.
if you made
shift.
if you had music and you made or
Right,
you made
right.
movies
Right.
or you wrote books,
Totally. The 1% who actually
then
or whatever.
your legacy will be extended. If you were a great
But
warrior,
Right.
But
Or
you
a
use
president?
the key word extended. There's never any infinite legacy. There's never that, that's more archetypal.
That's very few.
right.
Very few people have the infinite legacy.
Right.
No, exactly.
And who
So it's
really
like,
does? Because there could have been great rulers and great people way before
Gilgamesh.
we knew, like, how far back did we got civilization? Like the Great Pyramids and that type of shit. I know it goes back a little bit further, but like real,
Like
like technological, sound, crazy shit. I don't
Right.
know.
That as far as we know, yeah, we're looking at like
It's
10,000
but
years.
it's super important to just like
All we have,
not be so hard.
all we have is right now.
That's
true.
Literally all we have is
It's
right now.
fucking
Power of
real.
now, man.
It's super real though. You're right, because it's just like,
And our lives up to this point is just a story you tell yourself.
because it's all bullshit in the end. Like, and nobody gives a fuck. Like, nobody gives a shit.
Who cares?
Like, we all love each other, but we don't really give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Thanks,
just,
bro.
I'm just kidding. I care about you guys, but
But it's just, I like all of us. I think all of us right now are probably in what we would consider the best part of our life. Like
My twilight years.
no, like a state, like we're stable. We're able to kind of do the things we want to do. And
Yeah, we're probably
we're self-sufficient.
This is the
Probably for the first time. Like,
greatest day in human history, and we are the furthest and most developed that we have ever been.
right. But then I like where I'm at.
me too.
I'm enjoying this.
yeah.
But when I think about it too hard, like what I'm doing is trying to maintain a lifestyle, which means I need to make a certain amount of money,
Right.
which
Right.
means I need to work a certain amount of hours.
Right.
So even though
That's
I'm
everybody.
comfortable,
That's everyone.
yeah.
have to
So
sacrifice.
Sucks.
what you're doing is you're living to work.
To work.
You're working to live.
Right. Yep.
And then you take a vacation.
Yep.
You get a week,
Right.
a couple times a year where you take a week and you go do something. And
You're like,
That
I'm
is
alive.
it. That it sucks. Like, it's like, unless you can make have financial freedom, like you made a buttload of right decisions and made a shit ton of money, and like was able to, obviously we're not going to talk stocks or whatever the fuck, but have your money make you fucking money, so you're paying yourself to live, then you're good.
or
Imagine having financial freedom though, like and having the
But
ability.
you can't even confidently say though that those people are necessarily happy either.
I would say they're probably happier than the guy who's going to the steel mill or the guy who's waking up at 3 a.m.
I don't know.
Concrete
There's
truck.
also-
I don't know, but
There's also
already
a whole different set of problems.
there's also the guy who quit his job and sold everything he owned and he backpacks around the world.
happy as a clam.
that's a beautiful
That
thing.
fucking
too.
guy's happy.
Yeah, I think happiness is like what happiness is you.
Your
like-
true
Like
self.
you can find happiness in everything. You can find negative in everything. It's happiness is a choice, I think, right?
I think
to an extent.
happiness is learning to appreciate the journey and not focusing on the destination.
Yeah. Or
Like I'll be happy when I get
Fine balance.
this or when I get here.
right.
Happiness is, you know what?
Appreciating
I'm working
it now
towards those things.
and
Yeah.
appreciating what you have in the current
I think
situation.
happiness, like for me personally, like it's definitely self-care and love. Like I have to,
You gotta look in the mirror every morning and say, I love you, you son of a bitch.
because it's really easy. No, you
Call
do.
yourself a son of a bitch.
Like it's so easy, like, and this just to be so negative on yourself.
It's very
It's just so easy to just fall into this, like, I'm a piece of shit. I'm fucking this. I'm that. I don't do this. I don't do that. Well, guess what? Nobody else does either. The people who are really out there fucking, it's all bullshit. It's all for self shit. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
all for self shit.
It's all self shit.
I think happiness is just penis with hap in front of it.
It's true. It's half a penis.
I don't know, man. Life is a one crazy
But then
motherfucker.
our observations of happiness has been askewed because of like social media
Totally.
and stuff, because then it gives you a comparison, but you're comparing yourself to a catered reality,
curated.
It's a
reality.
business.
Everybody puts out the best version of themselves.
Totally.
This is so fun. And then it's even sadder because, I mean, we all know those the Instagram people where it's like, they're just like, they're all flustered and frustrated the whole time, but then let's get the picture. And then it's like this epic story of how blissful and happy everything is. But
And
it's
I'm
like,
fucking
you didn't
100%
even enjoy
guilty.
it.
We all are. I'm guilty
You
of that
didn't
shit.
even enjoy it. Why would you, So.
Yeah. I just like to take pictures of my kids and my food and my backyard, my grass and shit. That's what truly makes me happy.
Well, it's-
And right now in this stage, it's not what's going to make me happy, say later on or whatever. Things change. You change. But like in this stage of my life, like I enjoy, like it sucks, but I enjoy edging my grass. I enjoy like having a clean, organized garage.
enjoy edging.
I love like,
period.
dude, like today, like I got up before everybody. I pressure washed all this fucking furniture, and I fucking got in the hot tub, and it felt great. And here comes Maddox because he sees me outside. He sees me outside. He's coming. He's dad's boy, And dude, boom, he starts taking off his shirt. I'm like, are we doing this, bro? We fucking getting in the tub, dude. Stripped his ass down. Me and him are butt ass naked in the hot tub, just fucking living. He's laying on his back, eyes closed, just humming to himself, pure bliss. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed in my life. And like skin to skin with my son. Like that's my DNA.
That is what's wild
blew
about
my mind this
children.
morning, dude.
With
It was just
children,
You
they
have these
help
weird
you.
moments, dude.
They help you recognize happiness, I think,
Dude.
because of their childlike wonder and their appreciation for the moment.
So curious. And like, no, like the world hasn't fucked him yet. I haven't fucked him up yet as a bad parent. Or
Well, no, I mean that's just
he hasn't
just
had-
life though, because he hasn't experienced extreme pain, and everybody has to go through that shedding of innocence through pain and hardship.
Yeah.
and
I
that's
just
just
hope-
part of the human condition, right?
Yeah.
and that's what's beautiful about the children is they haven't gone through that yet. But the thing is, you want to keep that alive as long as possible.
Totally.
And you want to keep that alive through the pain and the suffering that has to be that has to happen at some point.
Yeah, I just want, I don't know. It's so weird, man. Like to like go through these stages and like, and a lot of things you shred, you like certain friends go away, certain friends come, long-term friends stay. You really see like getting older is kind of cool because like you really like, it's knowledge is unbelievable and life experience is unbelievable and like really experiencing shit and really heavy shit and fun shit and whatever and like who your true friends are at the end
It's all part of it.
and just the journey. The journey's beautiful, everybody.
Right,
Let's
it's
wrap
like-
this bitch up. It's a beautiful world.
Fair enough.
We lost 3 rappers since our last podcast.
We lost 3 rappers.
Oh, fucking DMX.
DMX
Oh, rest in peace, DMX.
Black Rob. and
Black Rob?
Shock G.
Wait, but when did this happen?
Yeah.
Black Rob and Shock G?
You didn't hear about those ones?
How did I?
I didn't hear about
I'm
these
not
ones
on
either.
any social media.
Oh, man.
man.
Shock G just died last week.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Digital Underground.
Dang.
Sex Packets
Yeah,
is
man.
a crazy classic album. It's so
Getting busy in the Burger King bathroom.
dude, Humpty Hump, Shock G.
Come on.
I mean, the Humpty Dance obviously was just some gimmicky nonsense, but
Right.
that album, I don't know if you've listened to Sex Packets.
Not in a long time.
It's
I haven't in a long time.
it was
heard it.
way ahead of its time. It's the whole album is a journey with interludes and shit that ties the songs together and
Back when
an overlying
right.
theme. This album came out like within the same month as Please Hammer Don't Hurt 'Em. Which, if you listen to these, like the MC Hammer, like that's some old school shit.
All right.
And then this album, which came out at the exact same time,
It's
is
like ahead of its time.
Yeah, and it plays more like a like a Parliament Funkadelic album
P-Funk.
than a rap album.
And then Black Rob, am I tripping or is that the like, whoa?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the Bad Boy for
Yeah.
Life.
What did he die
Put
from?
a finger in asshole, like, whoa. Yeah, I
Like,
love that part. He
whoa.
talks about getting the finger in his butt.
Yeah, getting
Like,
oil
whoa.
checked.
God, that's crazy, man. Because he was an underrated one too. He had like that hit song, and then I think he went to jail, right, or something.
Probably.
But
Rap
that
Rap
record
Life.
was great, and he kept putting out stuff, but none of it really hit. But it was still good. He was pretty,
DMX
underrated.
couldn't miss.
DMX, man, what a legend, dude!
Fuck.
Come on.
I can honestly
Couldn't
say
miss.
that I don't like a single song of DMX's that I ever heard.
Really?
But
What about the Damien trilogy?
Oh, man,
like his
dude, I
whole-
love
but
DMX.
his
He
I think
gets
his
me so hyped.
first 5 albums all debuted at #1, and he was the first and probably only rap artist to do that.
Dude, and
Yeah,
when
it's
I
wild.
was reflecting on his discography and his hits, like he kind of did his own world building. Like he kind of created his world and his identity, and then that was another thing that I noticed is he was one of the first rappers. Well, I guess not, but where yeah, like each song was kind of took place in this world with this identity. It was like, the Rough Riders anthem and X Gonna Give It to You. It was all very very braggadocious in a way, but unlike had been done before, I suppose.
Fucking pipes. Guy could fucking
Dude, an unmistakable voice.
unbelievable.
And I'll
right?
never forget him doing a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's a Christmas tradition for
Yeah.
me,
And dude, you can't like his movie career.
Exit Wounds.
It's fucking
Belly.
Belly, jeez, man,
huge.
Yeah, like he
I
tried.
here's the thing about DMX. I was never mad at DMX.
Right.
Like I would like Ja Rule, mad,
Yeah.
hated him.
Yeah.
Fabulous, mad, hated him. Mace, all these guys that were big at the end of the '90s and the early
weren't
2000s.
real. They weren't real.
They were like
with
pop
it.
punk. in
50
my
Cent,
world.
mad. But DMX never made me angry. I just didn't like
Right, it just
his
wasn't
music.
Wasn't your style. Like loud yell hype rap.
And those beats, those keyboard beats with whistles and
Yeah.
ding ding digga digga firm firm figgy figgy, like not
Right. Like real trebly, like yeah.
yeah, not
yeah.
give me some drums,
Yeah.
keyboard drums, get out of here.
Funny.
But whatever.
Dun, dun,
Obvious
dun,
an obvious legacy. Trials and tribulations, a man who went through a whole lot and people saw it all,
Yeah.
and
Fuck.
this is the part they don't tell you, man. When you start to get old, the older you get, the more you start to lose people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been talking about it for a while too. Of like, how weird is it going to be? Like looking at all the people that like Bill Murray's getting up there. Like, there's so many people that are like legendary that are
Oh, we're gonna see all these people die,
It's crazy,
assuming
man.
we
We
don't-
survive.
Yeah. if,
seeing
like, we don't die.
Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg like in a wheelchair puffing a joint, all old.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird day.
I mean, I'm a little closer
That is weird.
to
That's weird.
to those guys in age. Like Snoop's not that much older than me,
Yeah,
He's in his 50s though, right? All day.
something like that. Yeah, but still,
You're not that old. How old are you?
all I'm saying is that he's not like our life.
We're all getting
expectancies
older.
are
I'm getting
all
older.
that different.
Jesus.
Totally. Yeah, that's
Like,
what
I'm
happens.
Fucking Jesus.
Time keeps on slipping.
I'm not a young buck anymore.
You know what?
And I don't feel like one.
You know what we didn't do, and I think we're going to leave it like that.
What?
We didn't talk about a single TV show or
We
movie.
didn't. I almost did. I was about to start wrapping them
I'm
in.
pretty sure this is officially the first and only episode of the Triple B podcast where we didn't.
Maybe we'll see if any of what we talked about made any sense.
probably
I'm pretty
didn't.
sure I tried to argue that rocks were sentient. So.
Probably be the most turned off episode. Of all time.
Nobody, like, come on, guys.
This was us working out our shit. Is
Yeah.
what this was.
Yeah, once a month is a bad idea. We come in full of piss and vinegar.
Just shitting out
It's like
2020.
therapy session.
Somebody came in a little hot, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I did. I calmed down though. We got it. We simmered.
Cooled off.
Hey, it was good sitting down and talking with you guys,
Good
I
seeing
agree.
you
as it
guys.
always is.
And
See you in a
good
month.
seeing the listeners. Thanks for
Thanks,
checking
Nick,
in.
Rudy, and fucking Carl.
Dude, all those guys, Carl, Roger.
Big shouts.
the homies.
Mad
Travie,
For real though.
shout out to Travie.
Travie, yeah.
Like the fact that like, I mean, I don't even know if they truly like it. They might just like us more as like people, so they're being friendly, which is fine or whatever the fuck. But
They ain't got nothing to prove to me.
Hey,
I can't
you know
even
what?
see the
definitely
internet.
appreciate it.
I have a lot of people that I like. I'm not sitting down and listening to them for 2 hours on
Oh
a
fuck
podcast.
no, me either.
So if you're doing that, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That I retract my statement.
Arguably art.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Fucking A.
I still
the
got
hard-
my pieces up.
The
for sure.
hardcore beers, man. The long time beers.
Yeah,
We appreciate you guys.
I definitely do. It's dope. I mean, it's life is beautiful. Just fucking try not to like go AWOL. That's it.
Well, I think that's a good sentence.
Is that what's happening now?
Thanks for listening.
X gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
What?